Welcome to the GESDA Summit interviews, and welcome to you, David Kong. You are director of MIT Media Lab's Community Biotechnology Initiative. You are also an artist, a musician, and a photographer. So can you tell us a little bit more about this Media Lab and what it does?
Yeah, so the Media Lab is a really special institution at MIT. MIT, I think, is known for its science and technology efforts, but the Media Lab combines not only science and technology, but also with art and design. So all four of those areas of creativity are explored throughout the lab. There's some 20 to 30 different research groups, and it spans topics ranging from, biomechatronics, what I do in synthetic biology, to opera of the future, space exploration, neural interfaces. So it's a really wide spectrum of work, but really connected to all four of those areas of science, technology, art, and design.
So can you give us an example of exactly what you do? I mean, that's concrete, how it coexists, all these multi...
Well, it's funny you mentioned concrete. One of the projects we're working on in our lab is actually a biomaterial using bacterial biocements. So it's creating a concrete alternative. And there's a whole big thrust of research around living materials, so being able to work with mycelium or fungi or other types of biological materials that can have structural and other properties that can be better than other synthetic materials, but then also, of course, are sustainable.
So having all these multidisciplinary people in the same lab, does that help creativity?
Massively. So actually one of the core pillars of the lab is one of the thrusts is actually called cultivating creativity. And my research group is a big part of that. And we look at the lens of creativity through a bunch of different media. So again, I'm more focused on the life sciences, synthetic biology, but within that same thrust, we have Mitch Resnick leading the lifelong kindergarten group, focusing on code. We have Todd Mackover leading the opera of the future group, focusing on music technologies. Danielle Wood looking at space exploration. Zach Lieberman looking at visual design. And all of us take creativity from similar principles, but then express it in radically different ways.
You're also an activist. So how does your work in the lab fit into your social context?
Yeah, so the name of my initiative is called Community Biotechnology. And a big part of my background is actually in movement building and community organizing. And so to me, and I think this is a big part of what the Media Lab focuses on as well, technologies, you can't separate them from the social context, right? We're looking right now at major revolutions in artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and I think at our peril, we look at technology as just its own silo without considering the communities, the movements, the stakeholders that are present. And so my work is really about thinking about agency, accessibility. How do we bring to the table so many folks and communities that are not normally at the conversation when we talk about really sophisticated advanced technologies?
So in other words, it's a way to bring the social and the technological aspect of innovation together?
That's exactly the interface that I love to explore, yeah.
Thank you, David Kong.
My pleasure.